Luckily, after long hours of surgery, Angela regained consciousness and the surgery was a success, but the doctors gave her devastating news. She had lost both her legs and they found out that she is now HIV positive. Angela's life changed forever when she was just 6 years old. Her parents died in a terrible car accident, leaving her with no one except her auntie, Sister Beatrice. Sister Beatrice was a Catholic nun living in a small village in Imo State, Nigeria. She didn't have much money, but she had a big heart and strong faith in God. She took Angela into her humble home and cared for her like a mother. Life wasn't easy. Sister Beatrice had to work hard to feed them, doing odd jobs while still fulfilling her duties at the church. Angela admired her auntie's strength and faith in God. She would often join her auntie at church, where she learned to pray, sing hymns, and trust in God no matter what happened. These lessons shaped Angela into a kind, disciplined girl with a deep love for God. Even though their lives were filled with struggles, Sister Beatrice made sure Angela went to school. She often reminded Angela that education was the key to a better life. Angela worked hard and excelled in her studies, even though they were so poor that sometimes their roof leaked during the rains, and they barely had enough food. Angela helped her auntie as much as she could by selling sachets of water after school or cleaning around the church compound. When Angela grew older, she got admitted to the university to study business administration. It was a proud moment for both her and Sister Beatrice. But the joy came with a big challenge: they had no money to pay her tuition fees. Sister Beatrice told Angela, "God will provide," and Angela believed her. Still, the pressure of poverty made things difficult. At the university, Angela faced a new world. It was nothing like her quiet village life. The campus was full of fun, parties, and people from different walks of life. Angela, with her natural beauty and charm, got a lot of attention. Many admired her, but Angela stayed focused on her studies and remained devoted to God. She joined the campus church and became an active member, even earning the nickname Mommy Pastor because of her strict moral values. But life wasn't easy. Sister Beatrice's struggles back home worsened, and she could no longer send enough money for Angela's school fees. One day, Angela received a letter from the school warning her that if she didn't pay her outstanding fees, she would be expelled. Angela felt hopeless and cried for hours, praying to God for a miracle. Her roommates, Lisa and Clara, noticed her distress. When Angela finally told them her problem, they suggested a way out: prostitution. "We call it hustling," they said. "Rich men will pay you, and your problems will be over." Angela was shocked and rejected their idea, saying she would never betray her faith. Her friends tried to convince her with their flashy lifestyle, though quite tempting, but still Angela stood firmly on her word with faith. But as the deadline for her fees approached, she got a letter again from school warning her to leave school campus before the next 48 hours if she doesn't pay up her debts. Angela went to church and cried unto God for hours, asking for a miracle before the next 48 hours. After 24 hours there was no sign of a miracle. Then Angela became worried and desperate. The words of her friends began to echo in her mind. "God doesn't care about your struggles," her friend said. She started questioning her faith, wondering why God hadn't helped her. Eventually, with no other solution in sight and knowing that she doesn't want to be a dropout, Angela gave in to temptation. She went to meet her roommates and told them, "Girls, I'm ready." Her roommates were surprised, but they understood her struggles. Her roommates introduced her to Queen Mother, the leader of their prostitution group. Angela begged to leave the group once she earned enough to pay her fees. Queen Mother warned her that there was no turning back once she started, but Angela was too desperate to care. "Dress her up," Queen Mother said to her other girls. That night, Angela went to a hotel to meet her first client, Chief Owo, a very wealthy businessman. When Chief saw Angela, he was amazed by her curvy and sexy-looking stature. She felt scared and ashamed, but she told herself it was her only option. Chief Owo paid Angela 1 million naira for that night because he enjoyed her. The following morning, Angela immediately went to pay her school fees. Afterward, Angela felt empty and guilty. She decided to quit, but when she tried to leave the group, Queen Mother reminded her of the deal: no one leaves the group. Out of fear, Angela continued. Over time, she got deeper into prostitution, even though it tore her apart inside. She lived a double life. During the day, she was a hardworking, God-fearing student. At night, she worked as Angel, Queen Mother's most popular girl. She used her earnings to help Sister Beatrice, and whenever Sister Beatrice asked where she got the money from, Angela would lie that the money came from helpers. Angela's guilt grew heavier. She stopped going to church and felt distant from God. Her new flashy lifestyle didn't bring her peace, only more emptiness. Over time, Angela made a lot of money from her new job as she became Queen Mother's favorite girl. Most of Queen Mother's clients wanted only Angela out of all the girls under Queen Mother. One evening, while heading to meet a client, a worker from church met Angela dressed in an exposed gown. The worker stopped Angela and asked her why she hasn't been coming to church. Angela told her she has been too busy lately with work and she doesn't really have time for church. The worker tried encouraging Angela, but Angela was in a hurry and couldn't wait to listen to the worker. Immediately, Angela left the worker. While standing at a bus stop waiting for a ride to her client's place, a speeding car with failed brakes hit Angela on the spot she was standing, and she was rushed to the hospital. On getting to the hospital, she had lost a lot of blood and sustained injuries. Angela had already passed out before getting to the hospital. Someone who knew Sister Beatrice reached out to her and broke the news about the accident to her. Immediately, Sister Beatrice rushed down to the hospital with fear in her heart and tears in her eyes. The doctor explained to her that a surgery has to be carried out on Angela immediately to avoid her injuries from getting infected and leading to worse. Luckily, after long hours of surgery, Angela regained consciousness and the surgery was a success, but the doctors gave her devastating news. She had lost both her legs and they found out that she is now HIV positive. Sister Beatrice, hearing this news, broke down in tears and felt really sad that she failed as an auntie. Angela bursted into tears seeing that she failed her auntie upon all her efforts over her. Angela explained everything to Sister Beatrice, the truth about her secret life. Sister Beatrice was heartbroken but forgave her, saying, "God will forgive you too." Angela's roommates, hearing about the news, felt really happy out of jealousy because Queen Mother preferred Angela over them. When Queen Mother heard about the news, she replaced Angela with someone else in the group, knowing Angela has no use to her anymore. Angela felt more depressed, realizing that Queen Mother's mission cost her her legs and not even her roommates or Queen Mother checked up on her. Angela was overwhelmed with guilt and shame. She prayed, asking God for mercy. With Sister Beatrice's support, she slowly began to heal physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Angela returned to church, read the Bible, and started rebuilding her relationship with God. She even shared her story with the church, warning young people not to make the same mistakes she did. Her testimony moved many people, and they supported her with love and donations. Angela found a new purpose. Though life was still hard, she had to adjust to living without legs and managing her health. She became a motivational speaker, especially for young girls. She used her painful experiences to guide others, showing them how faith in God could help them avoid the traps she fell into. Angela also confronted Queen Mother and forgave her, letting go of all bitterness. Though Angela's life was filled with struggles, she became a symbol of hope and redemption. She showed that even when you make mistakes, God's love can still save you, and your story can inspire others to choose the right path. Angela's life became a testimony of forgiveness, faith, and second chances. Thank you so much for watching this story. If you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me and helps me create even more amazing stories to share with you.